Kilmarnock's winner against Hearts at Rugby Park, that goal coming after 27 minutes. Kilmarnock keep up their pursuit at the top of the table. And Ian Jess gets Aberdeen's winner at East End Park. Boards today, no changes at the top of any of the 4 Scottish divisions, but our crew braved the elements, and they did have to brave them at Rugby Park this afternoon. Kilmarnock against Hearts. Among them, of course, was Rob McLean.
Yes, Dougie, Boxing Day blizzards at Rugby Park meant this was never going to be a winter wonderland for football purists, but the Kilmarnock fans won't need too much persuasion to extend their Christmas celebrations. The result here keeps their second spot in the Scottish Premier League and just 3 points behind Rangers. Much to admire about the way Kilmarnock played. Yet again, they adapted much better to the atrocious conditions here and might well have taken an early lead through Paul Wright. Ian Durrant having a look at the penalty box to see what's available. Chipped out of the puddle, and Paul Wright saved by Gilles Rousset. Superb reflexes there from Gilles Rousset, but he was the villain after 26 minutes when Kilmarnock took the lead. Martin Baker making progress down the left, played a 1-2 with Ali McCoist, got in behind, got to the byline, whipped the ball across. It was always going to be a difficult ball to defend. Gilles Rousset got to it, seemed to have held it. The ball though squirmed from his grasp, and in came Gary Holt to stroke the ball across the line. 1-0 Kilmarnock. It was always going to be difficult for a Hearts side, lacking any Boxing Day punch, if I can use that cliche. They did have a couple of chances. Steve Fulton was through and Gordon Marshall. Marshall stood up to it when it looked as if Fulton might well have equalised. And late on in the game, David Weir came up and struck a difficult free kick, which again Marshall did well to save. Gordon Marshall, 13 shutouts in 20 Scottish Premier League games this season. The Kilmarnock defence again standing firm, and they got the goal that mattered, and they're second in the Scottish Premier League. Kilmarnock 1, Hearts 0.
Thanks a lot, Rob, and our friends at Rugby Park giving us their customary plug in the electronic scoreboard. Hearts, of course, end the year still looking for their first away win since last March. Now let's head up to East End 6th to 5th as a result of that win. There's a situation tonight. Rangers still 3 points clear of Kilmarnock, both winning by a 1-0 this afternoon, with Rangers, of course, having that one game in hand. Motherwell move up to 5th. Hearts drop a place. Aberdeen are now in 7th place. That's their highest for 2 months. And Dunfermline still stranded at the foot of the table after their defeat by the Dons this afternoon.
With the gales which lashed the country last night hit the west coast mid-afternoon, Ali McCoist no doubt looking forward to next month's trip to Portugal during the shutdown. Ian Durrant dancing through the puddles like Jean Kelly, first chance of the match falling to Paul Wright. Gilles Rousset up to the challenge. Well, Killie kept up the pressure and the goal came in 26 minutes. The end result may have been fortuitous, but check out the build-up play. And when the ball falls to Gary Holt, neat footwork to put himself right for the shot. Gilles Rousset will be disappointed with this, but the build-up from Kilmarnock excellent. Keeper possibly unlucky in the conditions. Holt takes the goal well. Well, Hearts' best chance of the half fell to Steve Fulton. A great run from midfield to beat the home team's offside trap. Sadly for Hearts, the finish was poor. Good goalkeeping though. Well, into the second half, and Hearts pressing forward for the equaliser. For the 13th time this season, however, the veteran Kilmarnock defence held firm, allowing no one to pass. Raymond Gummery taking charge this time. Well, despite the weather, both sides created good chances. Durrant the architect as ever for Killie. McCoist through on this occasion, but he failed to control and the chance was lost. Well, McCoist was soon to make way for Mark Roberts, and Hearts making a late bid for hairstyle of the year with their substitute Jose Kitongo. Gary Holt almost notched a rare double when he managed to connect with this cross. The Hearts keeper not deceived on this occasion. In the dying minutes, David Weir tried to unlock Killie's defence with a free kick. Gordon Marshall doing very well to save. A curling wind-assisted effort from Weir, but no joy for the Hearts man. Jim Jeffries believes his side simply aren't getting the breaks at the moment. As for Kilmarnock, they're quite happy for their title challenge to be continually dismissed.
Yeah, another 3 points for Kilmarnock, and Graham, I just do not detect that bubble bursting at all.
No, I mean, you know, you have to admire the progress Kilmarnock have made. I mean, I still maintain that even though they're top of the league, you look at this Kilmarnock squad and you think there are some mediocre players in there, but I really think Bobby Williamson is bringing some accomplished coaching to this squad, and people thought September, October, November they would begin to subside, but they're still going into the new year, and long may it continue.
And as we said on the VT there, possibly a bit fortuitous with the goal, but the build-up play was good.
Well, they were. I mean, I think the goal was unfortunate from Hearts' point of view. As we're about to see, the build-up was accomplished, but Gilles Rousset here, I think, even given the conditions, made a bit of a hash of that. Okay, I wasn't at the game, but in all the rain and gale, you could say the conditions were not ideal. But Rousset, for my money, is prone to that kind of error of judgment, and Gary Holt capitalised on it.
What about Hearts, Archie? They do seem to have lost their way just a tad.
Well, I think it's a terrible indictment of our game that here we have a club with a great fan base, a great stadium, but they can't do what Rangers and Celtic can do, and that is to buy themselves out of trouble. Indeed, it's the reverse with them. They lose a player like Neil McCann, who turned the game for Rangers yesterday. He could have turned the game for Hearts at Kilmarnock. It gives rise to the thought, you know, that if that is the case with a club like Hearts, whom we saw last season on the up and up, coming to the crest, winning a trophy for the first time in all these years, would the league championship ever again leave Glasgow? Because with the level playing pitch that Rangers and Celtic now have, with the finances behind them, okay, you could argue about the way Celtic use theirs as opposed to Rangers. Given all that, you can see Rangers and Celtic building around themselves a barricade of success, and I find there'll be a lack of penetration by other clubs for that, and I can't see the league championship in the foreseeable future going outside of Glasgow.
Okay.